Hey guys, it's Brian from TooFab here. Today we are with Simone Missick, also known as the one and only bionic badass herself, Misty Knight from Luke Cage. I love this show.
Thank you.
I'm about midway through the second season, but I know we're going to spoil some things in a bit.
There we go.
I can't wait to watch the rest of it.
Yeah, me neither.
But you were there for it.
I was there.
But obviously this season, the big thing for your character, she does get that arm that everyone's been waiting for.
Prosthetic, yeah.
And at what point did you know that this was going to happen? Because, you know, they teased it maybe in season one. It didn't happen.
They did.
We saw the arm go in Defenders. But at what point did you get clued in?
Probably at the end of Defenders.
Okay.
When, you know, once they chopped it off, you knew there was only one natural progression. I didn't know how quickly it was going to happen.
Okay.
Or how slowly, depending on your opinion. I didn't anticipate starting out the season as an amputee and then working our way into it. You know, you just naturally think that they'll just go, hey, and now you've got a cool arm. And so it was an interesting process going through acting with the green sleeve to acting with your arm tied behind your back, literally, to then getting the prosthetic and putting that on every day and taking it off. And it was a lot. It's more than a notion.
Yeah.
So much so that I relish the flashbacks this season, because those are the moments where I just get to walk around with my regular full self.
I saw an interview that you did where you said that you did some research on the Boston Marathon survivors.
Yes.
What was one of the things that maybe stood out the most or that you took away from doing that research?
You know, there was a couple that had been affected by the blast, husband and wife, and it was just so jarring for the both of them that they were both going through these physical difficulties that then tied into the mental, and then one of them got better before the other got better, and the guilt that's associated with that. And so although Misty is going through this on her own, essentially, still being able to watch both of these people's journey dealing with the exact same incident, it really just stuck with me. But then also the resilience of these survivors that despite all of the surgeries and the physical pain and the mental and emotional strain that they've been through, they were able to, you know, get prosthetics and rebuild their lives. And so many of them have such amazing, resilient spirits that was something that I knew going into Misty season 2 I had to channel. And
now another big thing kind of teased this season, hopefully we'll see in the future, Heroes for Hire, Daughters of the Dragon. I know it's, you know, get it out there, tweet about it, let the powers that be know that we want it and we will do this. But what, you know, if it does happen, what are you hoping it'll mean to the audience watching? You
know, I think that we are showing the people who are making TV and film how much people are hungry for different stories. That we don't all want to see the same homogenized version of what it is to be a superhero or a woman or a man. And so I look forward to telling these two women's stories and being proud of the fact that they are women of color and not kind of ignoring that fact in order to feel like we are being more inclusive or that we're reaching out to everyone around the world. And it's like, no, it's
that
the
is
specificity.
A part of the story.
It's a part of the story, and it's okay to be specific. People love Black Panther, and it is specific to this fictional world of Wakanda. People love Luke Cage. And we talk about arts and culture and music and have references that a lot of people outside of the Black community, but also inside of the Black community, don't know. And so it's okay to educate your audience and not feel like, no, let's just tamp that down. So I think that with Daughters of the Dragon, if it happens, you'll be able to see these two women who not only kick ass, they're funny, they're smart, they've got amazing chemistry, but then also, you know, they're representing for women all over the globe.
Now, if the show does happen, how do you feel about the costume? I know we. I know there are like allusions to it this season.
We've got to have my stunt double Janelle Stevens come in and put on that full. What is it? It's like
bodysuit,
latex. It's like full. I don't see that being something that Misty necessarily embraces. You know, the costumes were created by men. And they were, you know, created in a time where women's bodies were being celebrated for different reasons. And I feel like, you know, going into it, I think similarly to the way that they handled Luke Cage season 1, where they, they did the homage to the tiara with the yellow and the chain tied around his waist, and it was a moment. I think Misty and Colleen could be at a costume party just making fun of each other, and then you get back to the real.
All right, spoiler territory.
Okay.
But season ends with Luke Cage and Misty going off in different directions.
Yeah.
Where do you think their relationship will go in season 3? Because, it was romantic at one point, now it's friends, now it's definitely...
we're at odds.
Yeah.
I think that it'll really be tested. I'm curious to see how we handle it. I think that season 1 felt so rigid. Misty was she had tunnel vision. It was like, you're not the right one. I know what's best for Harlem. Get out of the way. And season 2, through near-death experiences, they were able to form this bond and this friendship that I think the audience loves to see.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that is going to miss that part of Luke and Misty, but it can't exist when he is trying to essentially run Harlem from an organized crime spot.
Yeah.
And she is, following the letter of the law. So I don't know where it's going to be, but I think that all of the past relationship issues and experiences that they've had will definitely tie into that because they know each other intimately.
What do you think Misty and the rest of the Luke Cage cast would think of Wakanda? And do you think there's a Wakanda center in Harlem?
Ooh, there needs to be. There should absolutely be a Wakanda center in Harlem and in Brooklyn and every other, borough in New York City, and take one over to Detroit where I'm from and Chicago. And I think that Misty would be skeptical. She would see T'Challa and be like, okay, sure, you're Black Panther, because she just doesn't believe anything in anybody. I think Luke, another alpha male in the mix. I don't know how he would take that. And then I think Mariah, if God rest the dead at this point. But if she were still around, she would try to holler at some of the handsome young men. She would try to get her cougar on for the Black Panther.
As she should.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in here. It was a pleasure meeting you. I love this show.
This was so
and
great.
I love Misty. So
Thank you.
Thank you.